Here are 5 habits that are preventing you from losing weight.
Hey people, welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. Many everyday habits can lead to gradual weight gain without people realizing it. One common culprit is mindless eating, such as snacking whilst watching TV or eating straight from a package. This often leads to consuming more calories than intended to. So kindly watch the following videos I've put together and I'll be back to share my own thoughts. Please don't go away.
Tiny habits that are making you gain weight. 1, always taking a handful of something just because the food is there. Let's say that you're walking around your office and you see a candy bowl out and you just take one because it's there. 2, always just taking bites while you're cooking dinner. Are you taste testing or are you eating an actual meal? 3, taking bites from your children's plate or your partner's plate when you're cleaning up dinner. 4, having too many options to pick from. Variety actually is not your best friend. 5, feeling any type of hunger and immediately going for food. Feeling hungry is actually okay. 6, if you have the habit of standing up and eating your food, you need to make it a habit of sitting down with your food. Then eating out of the box or container or bag rather than plating it, that's a no-no. 8, doing one Barry's bootcamp class early in the morning and then thinking you can just sit for the rest of the day. That's not. 9, not getting enough sleep. Staying up late and watching Netflix is not great. 10, this one is going to probably rub people the wrong way, but eating intuitively if you're trying to lose weight and you have no idea about calories or food or nutrition. If you start focusing more on your daily habits and behaviors rather than trying to diet or restrict foods, then you will absolutely lose weight and you'll have a much easier time keeping.
Carbs are not making you fat. Protein is not making you fat. How much you eat is what's making you gain weight. These are the 5 habits that are keeping you overweight without you knowing. And trust me, you might be doing them. Number 1, saving all your calories for the end of the day. I know there's a lot of girls that do this, so I'm talking directly to you because I used to do this. I would wake up, have an iced latte, and think I wasn't hungry and would go through the day until 3 or 4 p.m. and it will work for a week or 2 weeks. But trust me, you're gonna enter into a binge cycle. There is a reason that people say to start the day with high protein or at least something before your coffee. Because when you save your calories for the end of the day, you're telling your brain that food is scarce. You cannot eat. You're putting rules. So over time, your body is going to recognize and defy this. We are human. The more you say you can't have something, the more you want it. If you're simply not hungry, don't eat. But do not strategically save your calories for the end of the day, thinking you can binge at night and eat a lot. Because trust me, it will backfire. Number 2, only being able to relax with food present. If you associate food with relaxation, aka when you sit down and watch a movie, you need a snack. When you're scrolling through TikTok, when you're in bed, you need something to eat. When you associate food with relaxation, you're creating a habit. So now, subconsciously, every time you relax, you need to eat. You're not eating because you're hungry. You're eating because you created a habit where you need food to relax. When you break that habit, and for example, you have water, electrolytes, tea, you're actually listening to your body and you're eating when you're hungry, not just succumbing to a habit that you created, and eating when you're not actually hungry and maybe going over your calories and gaining weight over time. Now, it's fine to watch something and have food present, but it's not a necessity. If I'm hungry, I will eat, I'll have a snack. But if I'm not, I can have a cup of tea and I know, and because I didn't make food scarce, I know I can eat whenever I want. I'm not spending all day thinking of the cookies in my house because I know I can have them. If I'm hungry, I will eat. Number 3, stop using food as a reward. You're not a dog. Yes, food is celebratory. Yes, you can go out for a meal with your friends, but we need to stop making food the pinnacle of everything. If you achieve something and the first thing you think of is like, oh my God, I need to go celebrate and eat a bunch, you don't have a healthy relationship with food. I do not view food as a reward. Food is something to nourish me, to make my hair healthy, to make my skin glow, to fuel me for my workouts, to feel energized, to feel good. Food is literally medicinal. Food does so much for us. So don't always think of food as a reward. Because trust me, that way you're going to go to food for everything. There should not be any emotion tied with food. Because once you do that, then whenever you're sad, you're going to eat. Whenever you're happy, you're going to eat. Whenever you're bored, you're going to eat. Emotion and food do not go hand in hand. Number 4, your stress is crazy. High stress, aka cortisol, promotes fat storage, especially visceral fat in the stomach. We do not want high stress and we do not want visceral fat, because that fat is actually the most harmful. So not even for aesthetic purposes, for health purposes, it is very harmful. You need to find ways to manage your stress. If you're someone that is very sensitive to stress and you're doing high intensity workout, you're working out fasted, I want you to revisit this and see if you can push your workouts to the end of the day. Not everyone operates the same. There are phases in my life where I can work out first thing in the morning, and there are phases where I literally cannot think of working out when I wake up. There are phases when I can tolerate coffee. There are phases where I cannot. If you're someone that's suffering from high stress right now, I want you to switch your workout to later in the day and do not have coffee on an empty stomach. Find ways to manage your stress. Number 5, you have an all or nothing mentality. You either go big or you go home. You either eat everything in front of you or nothing at all. This creates a yo-yo dieting cycle and most likely will lead you to be skinny fat. You will not feel good, and honestly, when you don't feel good, you don't look good. If I've learned anything, it's aesthetics, and a good body comes from when you're doing the right thing. You will see that when you don't eat and you starve yourself, you actually don't like the way you look. And you think you're much bigger. But when you eat in a deficit and you work out and you're moderate and you're not doing anything extreme, you will watch the weight melt off, I swear. because you feel in control. If you're doing something right now and it doesn't feel sustainable, it's not sustainable. If you're going days without eating and then you're eating a lot, but you're losing weight, yes, you're going to lose weight. Mathematically, you're in a huge deficit, you're going to lose weight. But mark my words, you will gain it back. And you won't be happy with your body and you're going to have severe body dysmorphia because anything super quick does not last. You want consistent, stable, sustainable results. You do not want something that comes in a week because it will be gone in a week. And those are the 5 habits that might be making you gain weight. Let me know if this helped you.
Here are 5 habits that are preventing you from losing weight. And I know this because I did all of these whenever I was 25 pounds heavier. Number 1 is eating breakfast when you're not actually hungry. I know this is all the rage right now with influencers being like, oh my gosh, if you eat breakfast before you drink coffee, then you're gonna spike your cortisol and that's gonna keep you fat. None of that's true. When you are forcing yourself to eat breakfast when you're not actually hungry, you are just going to increase your calorie intake throughout the day. I'm not saying you need to fast. I'm not saying you need to like force yourself through hunger in order to eat at a certain time, but just eat whenever you're actually hungry. If that is as soon as you wake up in the morning, awesome. If that is later in the day, that's fine too. Number 2 is going past the point of comfortable hunger in order to fulfill a protein goal. One of the main benefits of protein for fat loss is that it keeps you fuller for longer. So if you're going past fullness to eat more protein, you're just giving your body calories that it's not asking for and completely negating one of the main benefits of protein for fat loss. Number 3 is working out fasted. And I know that's probably very surprising, but what happens is, okay, throughout the night, your body, since we're not eating anything, is relying on your stored carbohydrates to keep you alive throughout the night. So it's going into your glycogen stores. And then if you wake up, you don't eat anything beforehand, and then you go do a workout, especially if it's like a really hard, intense like HIIT workout or something, your body is really diving into that stored glycogen, your stored carbohydrates. And so then what I find happens with clients, it's just impossible to like get your blood sugar back into a good range. It's just so difficult to like get on top of your hunger throughout the day. Since you're just running on fumes so much, it's really difficult to actually like get to a place where you feel good again and you're just struggling so much with hunger throughout the day. So having just a little bit of carbohydrate before you go and do a workout in the morning is going to make a huge difference. Number 4 is heavy cream. I love it. It tastes so good. Sometimes I'll eat it in a restaurant, but in terms of cooking at home, a cup of heavy cream is like 800 calories. There's tons of other options that you could do. You could do whole milk plain Greek yogurt. You can do whole milk. Even half and half is going to be significantly better than heavy cream. Just switch it. Just tell yourself, I'm not going to use it at home unless it's like a really, really special occasion, just because it does pack such a big calorie punch. Number 5 is working out once throughout the day and thinking that that's enough activity. I actually much prefer my clients to just be active overall throughout the day. I don't even care as much about like dedicated workouts. That's more for your mental health and like your long-term health. But for like fat loss purposes, I want you to just take steps throughout the day and live overall a more active lifestyle, doing things like parking farther away, taking the stairs, things like that. All of that adds up and significantly increases your calorie burn throughout the day and makes fat loss a lot easier.
Here's some really crazy things that I used to do, and then I would wonder why I was rapidly gaining weight and why I was not ever able to lose the weight. Let's get started. First of all, if I knew that I was going out to dinner, that meant that it was a free-for-all, and so then I would spend the whole day eating because it didn't matter because I was going out to dinner. So I was going to eat a lot of calories anyways, so I might as well blow the rest of the day by eating thousands of calories. Makes perfect sense. This one's one of my personal favorites, but I would do an hour plus of very high intensity workouts for 7 days a week and then be mad at myself and mad at my body because my body was begging for food. Also makes perfect sense. Like, what are you doing? A classic is that if I was ever having a craving, and let's just say like someone gave me a cookie and I'd eat that cookie, I'd really enjoy it. My whole day was ruined, so then I have to eat 20 cookies because I had one. Okay. Also, I was a huge, like, I'm going to start on Monday person, which there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But let's say it was a Friday and I decided, okay, I'm going to turn my life around and I'm going to lose all this weight on Monday. I would use Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to be an all-out pig fest where I would eat so much that I would be so sick I would have to cancel plans and I would just be sick all day because I felt like I just had to eat all of the food because I would never be able to eat good food again. I would be really good Monday through Saturday, and by really good, I mean restrictive. And then on Sunday, I would treat it like an all-out cheat day, pig out, whatever I wanted. I would eat so much on Sundays. And then I would feel like an internal sense of doom when Monday came around because then I had to like basically starve myself for 6 more days. So yeah, if you relate to any of that, you should follow me because I have not binged in a very long time and I have fixed my relationship with food through very balanced eating. I eat with no restrictions and you can too. It's just going to take a little work.
Please don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section below. What is your experience? The most habit people do is skipping meals, especially breakfast. This can slow metabolism and increase likelihood of overeating later in the day. Lack of sleep is another factor. Similarly, high stress levels can trigger emotional eating, leading to excessive intake of comfort, in foods that are typically rich in sugar and fat. Sugary beverages such as soda, sweetened coffee, drinks, and even fruit juice contribute to weight gain without making you feel full. Likewise, eating out frequently, especially at fast food or chain restaurants, can often result into high calorie consumption due to large portion size and hidden ingredients like added sugars and fats. A sedentary lifestyle where physical activities is minimal, slow calorie burn and contributes to fat accumulation over time. Many people also underestimate their portion size or fail to track what they eat, leading to unnoticed overconsumption. To end our discussion, eating too quickly can prevent your body from recognizing when it's full, resulting into overeating. But being more mindful of these habits and making small sustainable changes can help you prevent unwanted weight gain and support long-term healthy. Please don't forget that healthy is wealthy. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. See you in the next video and stay safe.